have enough money as a cushion. If this ends up backfiring on me and I start losing money, I have enough kind of banked up. So we're going to be egregiously irresponsible with our money. Is that going to be my title for my video? Let's just be very irresponsible with our money, okay? We're going to select all the furniture here. We're going to leave it at 12:02 a.m., right? So we're going to go... This is so stupid. I don't know why I'm doing this, guys. Because I want it to be this way. The only reason to do it is because I want to. That is it. And the bus stop is going to be so far away for everybody. This is such a waste of cash. Fine. This is how you move a building. If you're curious on how you move a building, I should save it before I do this. Okay. Here we go. We're going to remove all the HVAC in the building. So we put the furniture away. Yep. In inventory. Okay. We're going to take the elevators out as well. Put them in inventory. And I don't know whether or not the game is going to let me delete this if there are people on that floor. But the deleting part is here's what's going to happen, right? We're going to take everything out that's really expensive, put it in inventory. Then we copy the whole building, paste it here. Hopefully my computer doesn't crash. Then we go through and basically sell and delete things in here as it lets me, while people flow out of this and walk over here and start working overnight, right? It's 12 o'clock. The prints are a bit of an issue. So probably I'll delete everything except this room. And this room, I guess. So everything except for this part will get deleted. So that all of this stuff can finish. But I am going to remove my printers, which I should probably make sure that I don't have any manufacturing contracts that are currently printing. So we're currently printing right now 324,000 copies for this. It's due in December. Yikes. Is that the only contract, though? Everything else is in storage already. I just need this out. So I think this is the only thing that we're actually printing actively right now. Okay, so we do need to keep printing. So this will stay here. But I think just to speed this along, just to make this a better thing for me, I know it's very expensive, but I'm just going to call this courier right now. I don't even need all the couriers I have. I could probably get rid of a lot of the couriers I have, too. Why don't we go like this and just dismiss them all? Like that. And then we're going to call a basic courier here to get these boxes out of the way. All right. And that way these things can print for that one contract that is due in December. After that, though, everything is already in stock and in storage. So I've already satisfied the requirements, right? So those are going to be fine. Okay. Then we take our HVAC. We're going to put this in inventory too, because these are kind of more expensive. So we're just going to have them for now. And then all of the solar panels. All of the solar panels. Inventory. And all of the solar panels. Inventory. Okay, so we don't have to rebuy all that expensive stuff. The break rooms. Yeah, we'll leave it because it's organized this way. I'm wondering, I think what's going to happen here, guys, unfortunately, is I think I'm going to have to reset all of these pictures to different photos. I think when I move this stuff over, I don't know if it's going to keep all the settings for all these photos. It may. It may. We'll find out, I guess. Lots of wasted food will happen. That's already known. I need to leave the elevators so that they can get down. I guess they can use the stairs, though, right? Yeah, they can use the stairs. So we'll go ahead and put the inventory. Whoop, not that. Put them in inventory? Ooh, I can't. Can't put elevators in inventory. Okay. Okay. Can't put stairs in inventory either. Negative. Okay. I think that's everything. Everything else, it's fine to repurchase it. All the computers and stuff, I want that stuff on the copy. I don't want to have to replace it. So, but the other stuff here, it's so expensive and it's just in a line, so I don't mind having to redo it. HVAC was easy to place. The heat pumps were easy to replace. And then this is like $1 million worth of solar panels. 2 million, right? And I don't want to have to rebuy that. So, okay. I think that's it. So what we're going to do is we're going to come over to roads, decide where this building is going to be. So where do I want it, right? So if I was to highlight all of this, select the entire building. Oh, you know what? Actually, before we do that, we have to make sure that we're not overpaying for our servers as well. So for this, we want to put this in inventory and put this in inventory. As long as the SCM still exists, we shouldn't have to redo any of the settings. And then I want to have all of these servers, replace this in inventory, and all of these servers all the way to here. Okay. Inventory. So Vapor still exists is the important thing. Because I don't want to have to mess that up. Okay. Now, where do we want this, right? So we're going to select the entire building. And then what we do is we have to duplicate. You can't... Wait. Hold on. Select entire building. Yep. And then we clone like this. Yep. So now we have the whole building. So now it's only 7.8 million to move it because I got rid of the solar panels. That's how expensive those things are. So where do we want this thing? Well, if the parking garage is going to be here, so, and this is the same size plot, so it's right here. So the parking garage is there. So if I move it to be over on this side of it, it would be closest to the bus stop and closest to this. We have room for bike racks and stuff over on this side. And then manufacturing is going to stay over here. So actually this printing area might just stay there because I'm going to build a building around it. So I might even just keep the printing operational because it's kind of where I want it anyway, right? And then, you know, we'll manufacture other things in this space too, you know, like consoles or phones or whatever the heck we're going to make. So I think probably we go one tile in. I want to leave room for like grassy area here just for the aesthetic of it. And if I go one tile in and come all the way back to the edge, I should be able to do my tunnel above the road to merge it and have it, you know, come on in here and have people be able to walk in here. So I think that's where I want to be. So if that's the case, then we're going to be deleting from here. So we're up against the road. There's not going to be no parking here. It's just this is sidewalk with the road, no grass. And that gives me 1, 2, 3, 4. It gives me a full tile of space in front of the building for bike racks or whatever I want to do. And then I can just buy this parking lot. Now I have other parking too. I mean, I think either way, I don't want parking here. So I can get rid of that spot. Yeah, this spot, this spot, this spot, this spot. So that is going to be the width of our building. And now the real question is whether or not I'm placing this. So we get rid of this. This is costing me money, not saving me money. I'm not getting money back for this. That's $10,000 per, right? So these two right now, I want to say I want the bike racks here. And then we can leave grass here. But like part of me also wants the bike racks to just be like this internal bit. So just these three and have this surrounded by, but there needs to be a way in. The bikes have to have a way in. So maybe it would be bike rack starting here. And then we could have grass surrounding it, or it could be this way too. Probably that's the case. But I want to leave this exactly as it is so I don't accidentally go one tile over and screw myself out of being able to get these. So I think this is where we're going to be with this. Rotate it to where the front of the building is facing this direction. The back of the building is that way, so the parking garage can be coming through the back. And then we just kind of slap it right here, right? If I go one tile forward, then I won't be able to have any bike racks in the front of the building. But I would have a nicer aesthetic in the back, being able to surround everything with grass. So that is something to consider. Do I want anything in the front? Do I want any bike racks or anything in the front? Or am I looking for a more pleasant opening? I think I'm actually content with that. A more pleasant aesthetic in the front? I think so. I want to get rid of this stuff because I'm going to have to rebuild it anyway. So this stuff here is actually just going to get destroyed. We'll let the stuff be sold. It's fine. It's not that big of a deal. We'll go ahead and destroy this. And this. I'm going to have to remake it anyway, right? So we'll just do that. Oh, one more thing I want to do. Yeah, I don't want to have to copy these. I'm leaving them, but I want the whole thing over there, right? So we're going to have to uninstall these and then reinstall them because I don't want to have to pay for these again. So we're going to take all these printers, put them in inventory. I think we'll leave the cart. The conveyor belts are fine. I'm not going to bother with that. And then do this. Okay. So then with those gone, it becomes an even cheaper copy at this point. So that should be great. Let's try this now. Select the entire building. Go to clone. And now it is a $4.7 million. That is much more respectable. I feel better about this now. I feel much better. Okay, now the question is this the back or the front? That's the whole reason. I don't know. Can I tell where the windows are? Okay, the windows are like that. So this is the back. So we want to flip this. Yeah, we're good. We're good because I can see the windows. Yeah. We can see the windows. Okay. So are we leaving green space? If we leave green space, we cannot put anything in this tile. But I feel like I want to leave some green space. I want to have something in the back, like trees and stuff around the building and stuff. I kind of want to have that stuff. So, but does it make it harder to put the tunnel? It might. It might make it harder to make that tunnel happen, you know? I got to go over the top of the road and everything. Maybe it'll be okay. Gosh, it's a gamble, isn't it? I feel like it's a gamble. It's not necessarily worth it. The front of the building, having all the green stuff is just probably better just to be safe. Plus, this puts it closer for... You know what? Let's have our cake and eat it too, guys. You know? I'm going to have our cake and eat it too. We're going to do this. Boom. I did it. Done. We're not right up against the road. We left some green space around the property, okay? I think that's a good decision. I hope I'm not wrong about that. Let's build the path right here. Right out to the... Yikes. Right out to that. Don't like that. Don't like that. But, I mean, my alignment was always going to be that. So, I mean, I guess that's just the way it goes. You go straight out to the post and then you turn. Maybe I'll have, you know, since we can do paths, I wonder if I can do a more narrow path. Can I... make the grid smaller and do a narrower path? That was too much to ask for, wasn't it? Yeah. Okay, but we can do the bike rack here, which is an option, but no. But I can't do bike racks in the front of the building now. I think that's okay, though, because I was planning to do it over here. So the bike racks can now be, I think, here, and then I'm going to go one more there. And then this can all be green area. Is what I was thinking. So we'd have like trees and park benches and things around this area. I can always make more bike racks though. It's going to support that. So yeah, and then over here was going to be green. Or have lots of green area around the building is what I wanted, right? So now we have kind of like a campus sort of setup here, which I think is going to be more aesthetically pleasing for me for sure. For the plots, then we want to buy this. Yep, buy this one so that we at least own that parking now. So our employees can drive here and park there if they need to while we are developing other things. Okay, now we want to get this building operational and set up again. Do we still have... Yes, I have to reset the team designations for all of these rooms. So this one is going to be... If I remember correctly, this one is our support team. And if I forget anything, then I still have the other building so I can go look at how it's set up. This is support. This is our marketing teams. So we're going to go marketing 1 like that. Yep. We're going to eliminate all of this stuff. This stuff all gets sold. So we sell all of this. We don't need this stuff, because we're not going to use it here. I might, though, since it's just conveyor belts and stuff, I actually think putting it in storage is fine, because we're going to eventually use it, right? Like, we're going to have manufacturing, so I'm trying to get my view here. Everything seems solid. I don't want to exit build mode. I want the music back, but I don't want to exit build mode because I can still undo. If I exit build mode for the music, then I can't undo anymore. So that's why I'm kind of We're just going to remain in silence for a little bit here. I wish there was a button I could click that would just, you know, start the music again. Hey, that's another mod idea. That's another mod idea. Can we have a button? Or maybe just a mod that continuously cycles the music regardless of event changes. Huh, that would be a great mod. I would love that. It's probably a fairly easy thing to do. See, all you have to do is program a mod, which every 5 seconds, maybe 10 seconds, it just kind of triggers in the background. Hey, look, a state change happened. That's it. Just a real quick in the background. Boom, you change state really quickly. Just don't mess up my ability to, undo build mode, okay? Just don't mess up that ability. But like, that's a great mod idea. Now I can just have music all the time. It's in-game music. It's all the same stuff. It's just I don't have to go bang bang to make it happen. I think my walls are good. So we're going to leave it there. Just like that. I like it. Okay, so I want to set this stuff up again. I'm going to give you guys a quick cut so I can go ahead and reassign all the rooms. I don't think you need to see all of that stuff. And yeah, all this stuff got copied. Everything seems fine there. All the photos got copied too correctly. That's fantastic. The one thing I will show you though, because I think this was like a thing, like how do you do this? Because this is the thing I was really concerned about. And I think I found the solution for it. Right? So this is our Vapor server. Vapor is going to get a little bit upgrades, but this is it. This is all the servers we had in storage, so I think it's fine. Okay, so now I got to put the servers, I got to put the solar and stuff back, right? All that stuff, the HVAC system. I'm going to get all that stuff done, all the rooms designated. Now you know the process. I'll be right back. Okay, I think I've got everything copied over now, so I'm going to take that big risk here. Before I do that, though, let's go ahead and start selling off everything here, right? So we're going to go to the top floor. Now, as a little bit of a disclosure, you might notice that building is a tad bit taller than this one. And it's because I didn't want to have to move all this. If I'm going to place all the solar, I don't want to have to move it again just to get this parking garage set up. So I went ahead and built another floor. So this is where it was. This is what we copied. And I went ahead and built another floor, got all the solar on this floor instead. So now we can develop on this floor. So now we basically have this one and this one. Nope, sorry. Finish this one. Then cafeteria, and then we have a whole other floor we can develop before we have to do any more construction because we have this. But the parking garage can only be 4 levels high anyway, so it's going to enter in from this side on this floor. So I just wanted to get this one out of the way. And since I don't have a loading bay over here anymore, I went ahead and moved the logo, so like the top of the building and stuff, and I think it turned out okay. I might put one on this corner too, but the idea was, as you're driving this way, where's the building? I'm looking for the place. Oh, look, there's this big building here, and you can see the logo there, and that's kind of trying to cue you in on the fact that this building exists there. And if you miss it there for some reason, you got it over here too. So if you're hanging out in this park or whatever, maybe a parking garage, you can see this is the right building, that kind of thing. Now we do have this gigantic structure next to us, which I kind of like. I want to feel like I'm in the city, and that's what I have now. From this view, while I'm building, from this view, it looks like we're part of a city now, That's what I wanted to see. Bulldoze. I'm doing this one room at a time, even though I probably don't need to, because I want to see if the money goes up for everything. So with 20 million, still have 20 million left. That's cool. 479 is what this is. So if I delete this, I do get a little bit of a refund for that, right? I feel like I want to just like highlight all, delete. And now that kind of forces them to go downstairs, right? We can delete this too. Let's just destroy this. So there's nothing there either. Take all the plants to sell all those. I want to highlight all of them though. Here we go. Sell all of these. Take all the pictures. Yeah, that's not all the pictures. It's just that room, right? Take all the pictures around. Yep. And then sell all of those. And I can also remove the lights, but I want to let it play on just a little bit because I want them to go downstairs. I'm not sure how that works. If I delete this floor with people on it, what happens? I guess we find out. Can't, because used for support. Oh, right. Yeah, we've got these things upstairs too. Yeah. Okay, well, we'll just delete this one. Select the entire floor. Now this is part of manufacturing, right? And I do want this to stay, although I am going to get rid of the curve. Their pathing is going to get really messed up. So part of me actually wants to just send them all home today. Just go down the whole list and say, send home. And then they get a day off, right? Everybody gets a day off tonight. I feel like that's what's going to happen, at least for the night teams. Why don't we do that? Just send the night teams home. Can I do that here? Send home. Don't want them to finish their current shift. I think so. I think I'm going to send home contracts N. I'm going to send home games N. And I'm going to send home marketing N. Just everybody go home. If you're part of the night team, to pick everything up and move it is what I should be doing. But I don't have the walls for that. But if I take like all of this stuff, or at least a lot of this stuff, we don't have to buy it again if we just move it. That's what I'm thinking. So maybe I put it in this ground floor here. We start like an office in this area. We could just paste that in here. At least some of the stuff is in there, right? Got this whole row over here that's not. So we could maybe take this. Oh, somebody was saying, I remember somebody was saying this in the comments. I totally forgot about this. Somebody was saying that I can alter the angle to be, diagonal if I can alter the angle snap. So like the chairs before in the cafeteria, probably not a good example to use the object that I can't place freely. So in the cafeteria, let's come up here. So I was saying that it'd be nice if I could make this angle towards the window, but unfortunately, like all you have is 90-degree rotation, right? Well, somebody brought up, there's this thing. I've been using this tool, but I just never bothered with this one, I guess. I can change the angle snap to as much as 22.5 degrees, I suppose. And then we get slight changes, right? So we can place things on an angle. So that's neat. That solves some problems. I know, I'm digging it, right? The building being completely surrounded by grass is nice. I think it looks a lot more realistic, to be honest. And I'm actually really, really tempted to put the bike racks over here now. Just so we have the grass up against the edge here. Gosh, I might do that. How does it look? Let's see how it looks. We go to roads. I have to delete it to find out. I don't think I can move it, right? No, you can't move it. Well, we have lots of money. So, and this puts the street. Yeah. See the street lights right here. And I don't know if I want the street light there, So if I do this and put bike racks, should we put it this way? Which direction? That way? I think that way. Should we do something like this instead? So we're all surrounded. So this computer, which is still the old computer. What a goof. It didn't upgrade my own system. Probably should get a laptop for this lazy fool. All right, we'll do this. And then I want you to be assigned to... Oh, boy. There it is. Yeah, good. Good. Okay, got that done. Everything is set up correctly here. All the rooms have their team designated for this already. Games and games night and core night. And here's 2D team again. The meeting rooms are designated as meeting rooms there and there. All the bathrooms, of course, are there. Now, one thing I do need to do also is I suppose I need to go in and label all my doors again because I don't have those done anymore. So these are showers, of course. And there's a side door here, which I'm going to label staff only. Again, even though it doesn't actually do that. But now I've got this sidewalk, which is nice, but it doesn't go all the way to the bike racks anymore. Maybe I will put the bike rack all the way to here. I think we'll add another bike rack here. Just to give them, I suppose that's fine. You know what? Let's just do it. Let's just give them the bike rack. All along the road here, you can park your bike. And then we have the building still surrounded like this. I like it. And then we'll just have this go like so. Yeah. Or I could extend the sidewalk here instead. Maybe we remove this and have this go. I mean, they can still just walk the sidewalk, right? But they're gonna take the grass. I feel like they're gonna take the grass, and I want to give them a way to maybe not walk on my grass. Oh, does that not? It's gonna be angled. Why do you have to be that way, game? Why are you the way you are? Why must you? This is an angle. Why must you do this? It's because the door is not like perfectly on it. It's fine. They give me grid tools, right? I don't think I can. Yeah, right there. There we go. So just an extra sidewalk. I don't know if they're going to use it, though. They probably won't. But I guess we'll find out. This says, what? Not enough ventilation. That's fine. This is going to be labeled right now as limited to meetings, I guess. I'm just going to try to make sure they don't work in here. Like, nobody works in here. Okay, so let's go in and just start deleting things then, yeah? So delete this, yes, delete, yes. Now, before anyone says anything, yeah, I'm aware there's a button here to stop this from popping up. This is a delete all room thing, okay? I want a confirmation. This is something where I am completely fine with having that active, and I'm not going to get rid of it. If I accidentally hit this button and it deletes everything and I have no way to undo, that's going to make me very sad. So I'm going to leave that just as it is. Now, for this building, I feel like what I want to do is kind of just delete all the stuff. I guess I could put it in. We're going to be using this, right? We could put it in storage. I could delete all the stuff in this room, and probably, I guess I can get rid of this. But I don't want to have to rebuild a lot of structure for manufacturing. So I'm going to leave this for now. And then I want to make this square and boring. I think that's probably a way to go here, is to make this square and boring. So there's that. We can also delete all the miscellaneous walls that are no longer necessary inside this building. So something like that. All right. So now it's just a big warehouse. And, we have a lot of printing capacity in this tiny little building, is all this is now. Right. And then, of course, the surveillance desk isn't connected, and I got to redo all the conveyor belt stuff over here so we can continue to print. And that needs to happen while the time is running, because we actually have printing jobs and printing needs at the moment. But everything else is done with an extra floor that we didn't have before. I like it. Let me just get that sorted. And then, after they're all done and they go home or whatever, I'll delete the bike racks over here. And then I guess for now, what we can do is I'll just, I think, keep maybe one more parking area for additional deliveries. Probably is a good idea, right? Eventually, all of this will be just delivery parking. But I think I'll add 2 more parking spaces for delivery drivers right there. And then these can go away for now. And then we have all the bike racks over here, which seems good. I think I like this orientation. Just like going perpendicular to the road. The bikes, I mean, not the racks. Obviously, the racks are running parallel. I know the difference, okay? It's a parallel right here, but the bikes will be facing this way when they're racked in. I like that. Okay, let me finish this, and I'll be right back. I'm also putting some stairs right here on the edge. Something like that. Like that wood aesthetic. I'm liking that. And I'm going to also have, stairs come here. And then this is just going to be a pretty simple security office is what I'm thinking it's going to be here. I just got to figure out where that is. Utility, security, surveillance desk. I'm just going to go ahead and put one in here. And honestly, I think it'll just be in the corner over here is fine. And what is this? This is just going to monitor this camera. I could either have an extra security person here and let's have them watch the door. I guess is something I could do, but I think having a security station kind of allows me the flexibility to move them around. It's all the same anyway. It's the same amount of labor and everything. It's just an extra station is fine. So yeah, I'm going to go like that with this, and they've got this in there. We don't really need it to be a super attractive or anything. We'll just pop a light in there. Well, it's probably good to have adequate lighting at least. So yeah, okay, fine. We'll get adequate lighting in here. Let's get ventilation in here as well, just to help that out. Radiator in here, just to help that out. And then we need a rooftop unit, which is another reason for this office to exist, is so I can get a rooftop AC unit on here too. So we'll just go ahead and do this. And this security person isn't going to like this, but I guess I don't really care because they're just security staff, what do they care, right? So a little rooftop security or a little rooftop AC unit right there is good. And then yeah, let's make sure we get our smoke detectors and all that stuff that we need. So we'll go like that. Down here, we'll just add one here. Now, this belt here is faster, right? And I think I want this to have a different skin, but yeah, this one. So this is a faster belt. You can either skin them to look this blue, like this, and they're still a tier 1 belt, but they just have the same look. Or you could actually make them a tier 2 conveyor. So this is just a conveyor belt, and this is a tier 2 conveyor belt. The tier 2 conveyor belt uses 3 times the power but it moves boxes twice as fast. So the idea is we'd have all these all moving with one, and then once it gets to about here, I want to speed them up so they get moving faster. So I'm going to have it be from here to here. These are all going to be tier 2 belts instead. So 1 box per minute moves to 2 boxes per minute, and it costs more to run it. But now if I really need to start printing things, they will get to here faster. And then there's this long row of like pallets to make sure that we're storing them correctly and all that. And I think I can add 2 additional pallets there. I mean, it's a might as well thing at this point, you know, just put it there. So lots and lots of trucks able to be moved from there. I think I'm good. With rooftop AC here, it's going to tell me that our radiator will not function without a gas boiler. Right. Well, I don't really want the gas boiler, to be honest. So I'm just going to sell this radiator and put the electric one in there instead. I think that's sufficient. Yeah, it'll do the job. We don't need to do it down here, so it's fine. But this central unit gives me the ability to ventilate all of this a lot easier, because like regular AC units, I'd have to have like 7 of them in here, and it would just suck. So we're just going to go like do this, add these little things all around the outside here just to kind of keep that going, and that will do it. And then the final thing in this room is light, which I have was it 228 lux? It's not great. I can add additional ones. So this would be the path where these go. So on this side is where we put the extra lights. There we go. And then over here we have this one, and then I would make another row here and then a row here is how that's going. So the extra lights would be on this side like so. And now we have adequate lighting in here too. Not that we necessarily need it, but we do. And then the founder obviously has to be in here too. And I thought about putting him on the outside because that's how egotistical I am. But I'm actually just going to stick it right back here. Same thing as I did before. Right in the back like that. So he looks straight down the big belt to the door. Yeah. That's where he is. And then I actually kind of want to make sure that my staff in here knows that I'm always watching them as well. Must do that. So we're going to get our like right in there. I think that's good. And up here needs a light too, doesn't it? We could put, you know, didn't even consider the ceiling air conditioner. That might actually work better. This is $400, does 300 square meters. That's interesting. So that's better than this by a lot. Might be cheaper. Each of these are 100. Ooh, you know what? I like that. Let's try that instead. Take this away. Take that ventilation away here too. Just to, you know, just to be different here. Let's do something different. So we can do that. Let's take all these away. Let's just do this. So we'll sell all those vents, and then in exchange, we'll have these rooftop or these ceiling mounted air conditioners. Oh, will you not work? What happened? Usage ceiling AC. Oh, does it still have to have a... Oh, it does. I think it still has to have the rooftop one, right? Okay. Well, okay. I guess. But it's better than like the little... It's fine. It's fine. It's fine. It's just... I can't have what I want. It's okay. So everything is good now in here. Oh, yeah. It's more than good. It probably don't even need this many at this point, to be honest. Probably good with just that. I think it already has enough. It already has enough. Yeah, okay. So we're fine with just those two. That's neat. Okay, fine. Cool. And then up top, we still need the vents up here, though, don't we? Yeah. Something like that would do. But I still saved a little bit of cash on there. I don't have to buy all the vents. Of course, then I deleted all of them, but it's okay. It's okay. All right. So these are more noisy and less on the environment. And these don't have... Oh, these are less noisy. Air filtration is 10 square meters per hour. This one is 50. These are just flat better in every way, except they hurt the environment score. That's the only reason not to use these. I mean, in that case, let's come down over to our server area, right? And we can just, you know, pop one of these bad boys in. And now we don't need these. Not that one. And then we just gut it. Now we just have this. More than sufficient. Just having this one. That works. These rooms here are pretty small, so we'll just let them be the way they are. But this one here is going to be much bigger, and so I can just get away with having just these. One here, and then one here, and then maybe one here and here if necessary, but that works for me. Okay, I think I'm good. I'm going to let it play, I think, at this point. And then these 4 are all deliveries. Yes. Okay. So we've got our security office right here too. And so what we want to do, just to make sure we're protecting this equipment, right, is we want to hire another security person to come in. I think we'll do 2, just to, like, it's just worth it. They're going to steal a whole bunch of stuff in here. So we have 3 a.m. Let's change this to, yeah, there's a 1 p.m., 1 a.m. So let's go like a 11 p.m. kind of thing, maybe. And then should I just make sure there are 3 on the premises at all times? There are 6 here hired, so 6, 6, and 6. Right? And then 1, 1, and 1. Sounds fine to me. Do we want windows on this? It's it's a big old warehouse, right? But I mean, there's nothing that says we can't have windows. I think we want ones that don't open, though. If I was going to do windows through here, I could do the private windows. But I think these wide windows are okay. I don't know if I want people to be able to look inside and see the factory. That's the thing. Like, I think up here makes a lot of sense. We could do something like this. It's like security office can see. It's almost like a watchtower. You know? Anyone else get the watchtower vibe from that? I like it. I'm just going to do that. And then, of course, this becomes level 2 on the factory and then potentially level 3. And I think extra parking could be over here for now. So everybody got their bikes out of here. I sent everybody home, remember? It's been a while for me, but you probably remember it happened just now. So let's do this. Get rid of this one, and this one. And actually, we wanted to do parking like so. I'm going to have this one be deliveries and deliveries. So now there's more than enough space for them to come in. I've, of course, moved this to more central in the building so we can have it kind of in the middle of all these parking spaces. That should help out quite a bit as well. All the lights are still facing this way, but that's cool. And as people get in here, right, the lights will turn on. I don't think it adds to my running costs. I don't think anyway. So we could just do this. Now these lights are always on. So even though nobody's in here, I can still see what's going on in here at all times. I think that's kind of cool. Or we could do it this way so that I can still tell when there are people in here. I can go not always on. There's still somebody in here, right? But then I can say you're always on. You're always on. Something be like a few of them are always on. All right, but not all of them are always on. Just the ones in the middle. And then not the ones back here, but it's fine. So I can, now if the cleaning person leaves, then we'll get partial lighting inside. There we go. All right, so we have some lighting inside. But no windows, though. I just think I don't want windows in there. I'm good with the way it is at the moment. Okay, so let's head back over here. We should see people arriving, and I don't know if they walked across this, and I'm actually curious on how many people are walking from the bus stop as well. So there's the bus. I don't see anyone getting off the bus, so that's a good sign. That's a great sign, yeah. They're going to be parking over here now. Could make this one a parking lot. I like the nature look of it, though. I'm going to try to keep that. And then even out of the parking lot, they are going to use this path, although I am seeing some foot traffic here. I think that is when people were sent home yesterday. I had the fire marshal, I think, coming today too. So if I pass the fire inspection, that would be sick. This new building setup. But yeah, I like this. I like the way it is. I am seeing people walk across this, right? And we don't want that. But most people are not doing that. They are hugging this wall here. So what we might be able to do is, because they have to get to their bikes, right? Is I want to have them use this if possible. So I'm going to take and grab, let's see, the fenced area thing, right? So we're doing this again. Gosh. Yeah. Now this time though, I don't have to meet the road at a really sharp angle. So actually this time we don't have to worry about the gaps in that. This is going to be okay. So we're going to get our grid to be all the way down again, right? And we'll start it right here, all the way at the ground floor, right? We'll start it here. This is going to be a time intensive thing, but I think it'll be worth it in the end. Just to get them to where they don't cut across the lawn like this. So we go and just until it snaps. That works all the way across like this. No, it's got to be here, right? Yeah, right here. Like so. Straight down that path like so. Yeah, and then all the way over here. Unfortunately, something weird happening here where I'm not able to snap it to this specific spot on the wall. I wonder if it has to do with this for some reason. I don't know. It could just be that this wall is here and it's trying to snap to that junction, but I want it to be right here and it's not letting me do it. Thing is, though, I can always place a gate here and it won't matter anyway because they're going to walk towards their bikes. So I think what I'm going to do is actually back this off a tad. And I'll go about here with it. And then it's going to say I have to back up anyway because it has to be at least 1 unit apart, right? So we'll go like that. And then we'll just carry it all the way around from there. And it should work now. All the way to... Let's make sure of it here. So we're going to stop right here first. Hold on. Here we go. And then like that. All right. And then we pick slab. We check our work here. So there's going to be a little bit of grass right there. But then again, I take the style materials, I go like this, and you really don't even notice it. But then on top of that, I take a fence and go open gate and I go like this. Now you definitely won't notice it. I guess there's a little bit of notice. Okay, there's a tiny bit of notice. It's because of this wall. I think maybe I delete this wall, then do the fence, then remake the wall. I'm gonna try that. It's not worth my time. I'm gonna try it anyway. And then what I've done is I've also started at the point that I want to make the right angle with. So I'm hoping that this will let me just connect this now. There we go. Now it's a nice straight edge right there. And then I can go in and do the same thing I did before. Change that. And now it looks much better. It looks the same as the other side all the way around. Everything is very clean now. We're getting proper and professional with our landscaping now, yeah? Okay, then we'll just go in and we'll take that wall, and hopefully they let me put that wall back. You know, honestly, if it curves here, it won't let me to. It wants to connect to that spot. That is interesting. But I think the wall on the inside, the interior wall, it bothers me a lot less than the outside would bother me. Like, this isn't that big of a deal. And in fact, I could just maybe even open it up a little bit. Oh, it has to be one. Oh, okay. Well, that's interesting. Let's get our grid back. Yeah, so like this is, you know, it's not, see that? It's not actually on the line here. I think that's why it's giving me problems, because it's got to connect at one of the points for the line. So if I was to go like this, I should be able to connect that though, if that's the case, but I can't. I have to connect it where that is. And it won't let me do that. So it's going to have me do that, which is, I think that's okay though, if you think about it, because like the shower doors are right here and you can just angle it to where that doesn't happen anymore. I think that's okay. I guess this video is pretty long already for all the money we've wasted, but the thing is, right, we had a total loss yesterday of $4 million, which is not nearly as bad as I thought it would be on the day we were moving the building. So I'll tell you what we can do now is get our parking garage set up. So for the parking garage, I don't like it, but we're going to have a big parking garage so people can park in here. As our company gets bigger, as this thing goes up and up and up and up and up, people are going to need more places to park. And not everybody's going to be able to, you know, come in. This is all the bike racks I'm going to have. So we have bike racks on that side and that's it. Everything else, I want green around the outside, grass. We're going to have trees and stuff. I'm going to start getting that going. All the benches, outdoor eating and benches and all those things. I'm going to bring all those things back too. So people are going to be hanging out here. It's going to be great. How many tiles wide? This is 5 wide. So outside up the middle gives me a row of parking here and then 2 on this side. Or if I go like this and go up the side like this, then I get 3 rows next to each other. Man, maybe that is better. I'm just trying to, I have to visualize it. And I know I can't give you the visual because like I can't let you in my head like that, but I'm doing my best to let you in my head. All right. So road here, because there's an intersection this way, right? So I want this to all come out on this road and not these roads. I think that's ideal in case you want to go that way or that way. The ramp is going here. Okay. So with the ramp being there, we can now have a road going like that. So now what they're going to park up, they go this way. But now that we have this road here, they can also turn and park in these sides. So I want to have parking go, I think they're able to go through these spots. Yeah, maybe like I want to see like the rows. So they're going to be rows like this. Can I make like a big wall? Or is that not a thing the game lets you do? I guess I'd have to put the road around the outside like that, and I don't want to do that. This goes up. So right, so we have that. I kind of want to see how that's going to look. So from here, we can also ramp up like right away. I think I like that idea. Right, and then now we're up on this floor. And that gives us the road here. And then from there, they can go out each direction to go and park their car. So they'll be going out this way. But if they're going to go up one more level, then I guess they would turn from here and go up to the top floor from that side. And then that gets us to the very top floor where I think that's it. 3 levels up is all you can get. So for the parking spaces, which direction do we want them going? Probably cars this direction. I just want like some kind of street there that they turn and then they can go wherever they want to go at that point kind of thing. I don't know. We'll see. Goes underneath. I already have spaces there. It's right here. Yeah. I know it's a little dark here. I'll speed it. Make it brighter. Yeah. So it looks a little bit like this now. I don't like it, but it's what we got. The only other thing I could do maybe is have this road go straight through, but I'm going to leave it like that for now. There's my big parking structure, right? And then at the top floor, more horizontal parking, but this level would have to go this way. And I think I need a building, a structure here for them to be able to get into and then walk up and down the stairs, which makes sense. You'd actually want that, right? Because otherwise, how are they reaching their cars on the upper floor? You would want that. So I'm going to say probably this space all the way up, I think, or even down. We could do it down too. They could take the tunnel and come back up on the other side, but so like they don't have to cross the road. There's going to be a lot of walking here, given this is the top of the building to transition. There's a lot of walking, so perhaps it is better to have a road here instead. That way they can at least, you know, cross around and, yeah, they're moving around like that. Maybe even one more road here, just to kind of keep this open for foot traffic as it comes through. I think so. So from now, what we want to do is we want to have a big square building right here. Or do we want to have a little bit of grass around it? Could. I think not. Just the stability of the structure. I think it's better to just have it be like this. Yep. Could I copy paste? You betcha. Am I going to? Nope. Nope. Not going to do it. Facing this way or? No, I think we want them inside. Bring them inside. So we're going to do a big elevator here. And then maybe another one right here. Yeah, like 2 big elevators that go up and I like that. Let's copy this and then boom and then boom like that. Now we don't need one on every floor, right? That's what the shaft is for. So there's no reason to stop here, for example. So we would want the big elevator shaft here instead. And that just allows the elevator to continue, but not have to stop here or not have any way to stop here. So you've got this floor. This goes door there, there, and here. So that gives us a means to bring these guys. Well, we do want them to stop here, though, don't we? Yeah, we want them to stop here. But this is exit only here. It's like there's no way to get out from this point, right? So we actually want this, though. So we want a full big elevator there and then here. And but there's no way out. So instead, since there's no way out, we could have this be all glass through here to just kind of show them, like have this open and we can see things inside the whole time. Love that. We can then have the door. I think I want it right in the center. That does make sense to me anyway. So we've got these two right here. So the door will be right there. And then we want to build over the road to get to the other side. And so that is from here all the way over to like this. Structure is not supported. Does it need to be supported on the ground? Well, yes, I know. Okay, sorry. Do I need here, right, is what I'm saying. I know it needs to be supported on the ground, but do I need here? Because that's a problem, because this is all, filled in with the green stuff now. And I don't think I can actually do pillars here. I can't have pillars be here, which is a real bummer. So I think it does, though. I think you need to support it right here. So that's kind of against my green plans here, but okay, I guess. So that means I have to remove this whole big area. See, I knew it was a mistake to keep this thing all that. Maybe I can reverse it. If I take this, because it's all curved and everything. I can't. I have to remove this area. Unfortunately, I have to remove that, but I can put it back later. I just have to go around the structure because this has to support this parking garage right here, right? All right, so with this deleted, I've gone in and I've changed a few things too. I've added the windows because I like the way that looks. So we're going to add windows all through here. And then as people climb up, they're going to be able to see. So even though nobody's stopping with the elevators here, people will be in stairs. I will have stairs here too. And so they'll be able to like look out the stairs as they go too. I think maybe we change the skin on all this to server room just to kind of keep things consistent with the main building. There we go. And then I've also added a roof on this because it's as tall as it's ever going to be. So we've got that. I may change that. I can get rid of the roof. I believe we can destroy that. Just the roof. Edit roof. I think we're able to do that. Not sure, but either way, it's possible that we keep going up and have them be able to enter a higher floor at some point, but that's just gonna look weird, right? Like it's like, why am I doing that? I can't get the cars to go up that high, so it's fine. I think we're all right. And then on this side, now we need to support this. So right, basically in line with this. That's dead center. So that's a nice little area there we can see. So what I want to do is, I don't want to do it, but it's going to make me do it, is I need to, I think, put one here. Not sure if it'll let me do, well, it's only here though, right? So I don't want to have it be nice. I don't want to have it be thick. Can we go half grid? Yeah, okay, right. I want it to be centered is the problem, but we just solved that problem. So yeah, I don't know why I did that, but I did. Okay, so we have this, and then we go boom, boom, boom. No, just like that. Okay, then we want this to be a pillar. So we're going to convert this to a pillar. And then from that, I'm hoping that leads me to being able to do this. There we go. That looks good, doesn't it? I think so. Let's make sure that the graphics are all looking the same. There we go. Yeah. So now I can see the building the way I want it. And then have, over here. There we go. That's neat. Yeah, and they can come in right here. So for the stairs, there's a lot of wide open spaces in here, right? So for the stairs, what I'm going to do is we have these spiraling staircases, but I don't know if we necessarily need that too much. We can go straight stairs here, I think. I think I like the center-mounted stair idea better. I don't like how it kind of displays no handrail, but you get the handrail kind of thing going on right here, but you don't really get handrails on these stairs, and I hate that, but it is what it is. I think going up the center, though, like this is pretty good, because it gives me room to do things that I might want to do in the staircase. Like, for example, I could have a bathroom out here, so they could maybe use the facilities while they're here. If you really got to go to the bathroom, you could do it here and then go to work, so you don't have to use them out here. I don't know, like that's something I'm thinking of anyway. Looks like this is going to complain about heat. Just put that in there for now, I guess. But yeah, there we go. We have stairs now too. So there's stairs and elevators all the way up. It looks a little bit like this. I mean, I think that's kind of neat. Oh, it could be better though, couldn't it? It really could be better. I think you guys know what I'm talking about. It could be better. And it could be better by going like that. Yeah. Yeah. All right. Yeah, it got better, didn't it? Now I could put the full length one, the full glass one, but I think I'm going to just leave it like this. I'm good with this. I like this. For the floor though, can we change the materials? Maybe, yeah, something along these lines could be cool. I like that. I do want it to be that blue color is interesting, isn't it? Let's have that be the color here. And then we're going to change this material as well. Right here. Yeah, I like that. It's good. Let's save this. So we can save this style here. I'm just going to call this parking for now, I guess. And that just lets me, do this a little bit quicker. I think I did this before, but then I wanted to adjust the color of it. I want it to be this. How do I get that? Let's save that. Parking roof. And then I can come over to this roof here. I'm gonna click the roof. Yeah, this. Okay, now we have it the same color. Yeah, that's great. I'm digging it. We've come a long way, haven't we? This building. I mean, this is like all this stuff. The freaking bus. I guess we don't have to deal with the bus showing up anymore, because there's more than enough parking for everybody to drive themselves to work now. And if you're not doing that, you got plenty of bike space now. And then there's even more parking over here, and there's even more parking over here. So I just don't think we even need the bus. I was worried about that, like moving the building without the bus coming with me. I was like, I don't know about that, but I think it's going to be fine, It's going to be just fine. These things are going to complain because, yeah, all the wall. This is fine. Like nobody's working up here anyway, so it's cool. At the end of this video, I'm going to show you what we've got going. This is the final design here that we've got happening here. Loads of trees around the exterior of the property. We have some benches out here. I've custom colored to just be white. I think they look pretty good out here by the bikes and stuff. They probably want to, sit down, tie their shoe, all those types of things, right? Get in their backpacks or whatever. We got some park benches out here. They can use them for eating, meetings, all those sorts of things. It's fine. All the way through here. We only have 3 different kinds of trees, which is a little bit These ones are supposedly called money trees. And by the description of the money tree, it seems like it adds money to like my offshore account or something. It seems odd. Another way to invest your money. All proceeds go to offshore accounts. So I'm not entirely sure. Maybe my employees are going to place money on them. I have no idea. Does my founder go do this? I don't know. Anyway, so we've got some extra trees here. They kind of look dead right now, but maybe they'll look alive later. Extra benches through here. Lots of exterior lighting as well. Lighting is very important for atmosphere. So we've got lots of exterior lighting to kind of keep things illuminated. Not super bright, but illuminated. I'd really, really wish this wasn't here, but I can't do anything about that. So that's just going to stay there. We can pretend that there's a flag on it. Speaking of which, I've added the windows all through this area here. But obviously this is where the kitchen is, so we can't have it. And I think this presents a little opportunity, honestly, to, if I grab this, let's say we go through here, this area, and maybe we brighten it up. You know, we can make this a little bit brighter. Maybe like that, right? The rest of the building is got this darker tone to it, but maybe that part specifically, we can brighten it up. I don't know if that looks good, but I wish the logo could be larger, to be honest. I really wish there were like billboard sized logos that we could do, because I would love to have maybe this not be windows and then just have this whole thing, big old logo from like here to here. That could be sick and really, really cool, I think. Let me real quick though, hold on, while we're still messing with my camera, come over here and place this on the side of the building and this side too. Just want to make sure that we're referencing that on the, as you're driving this direction, you're going to see our logo. Is that something I should do? I don't like the way it looks. I thought I was going to like that, but I don't really like that much. Maybe if these windows were gone, I would do the same thing as I done on that side. Hey, can we do it on, you know what? We can do it here. This would be okay. So like marking the parking garage for everybody. Do I want it there though? I feel like it should be, put it here. Yeah, and then you don't see it if you walk this way, but kind of whatever, you know? And then maybe also we do it on this level. It's just sort of like telling people, oh, maybe here instead. It's these posts are getting in the way. I can't see the whole logo. This one is, yeah, it's not really, kind of close. It's close enough. It's close enough. And then come down here on this side, and we would do it up at top, I think, on this. Yeah, we do it up top here in this. Because you could see it down here. Right, so just kind of marking, hey, by the way, this is a facility for, you know, getting into your job, get to work, right? There we go. Okay, so anyway, that is the build, and I think it turned out really, really cool. Maybe the money trees will flow in and fill in. Probably have some people walking around out here. There's loads of places where the border is just gone, so they can walk across it and stuff. And yeah, I'm sure it will look very organic as we go. So thank you for watching. Appreciate you guys. Hope you'll come back for the next one. Bye-bye.